Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm just going to go over Surah Al-Tariq and go over a English translation and some things that I found out during this study of Surah Al-Tariq. One of the things is that during Ramadan, choose your surahs that you want to memorize this Ramadan, whether it's Juz Amma or Al-Baqarah, Imran, or so forth. And also, if you're doing light reading, start reading from Al-Baqarah, go all the way to Surah An-Nas. If not, let's start light reading in any surah you choose, whether it's Buruj or any of the Ahzab or any of the surahs that you choose. So Surah Al-Tariq. The translations I'm using for the book is the Clear Quran, a thematic English translation of the message of the final revelation, Al-Furqan Foundation in service of the Quran. This is the book here. By the sky and the night comer. And what can make you know what is the night comer? It is the piercing star. There is no soul that it has over it a protector. So let man observe from what he was created. He was created from a fluid ejected, emerging from between the backbones and the ribs. Indeed Allah to return him to life is able. The day when the secrets will be put on trial, then man will have no power or any helper. By the sky which returns rain, and by the earth which cracks open. Indeed, the Quran is a decisive statement, and it is not amusement. Indeed, they are planning. But I am planning a plan. So allow time for the disbelievers. Leave them a while. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين صلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر والسماء ذات الرجع والأرض ذات الصدع إنه لقول فصل وما هو بالهزل إنهم يكيدون كيدا وأكيد كيدا فمهل الكافرين أمهلهم رويدا والسماء ذات البروج واليوم الموعود وشاهد ومشهود والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق النجم الثاقب إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين صلب وترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر والسماء ذات الرجع والأرض ذات الصدع إنه لقول فصل وما هو بالهزل إنهم يكيدون كيدا وأكيد كيدا فمهل الكافرين أمهلهم رويدا. So we keep reciting it again and again. Some people are different, they're able to memorize it real quick. Others take time and time. It's all good, alhamdulillah. Allah is looking at the effort. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this from us. رَبَّنَا تَقْبَلْ إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. By the sky and the night comer. Again, in Surah Al-Buruj, Allah mentions the stars, and by the sky and the night comers. And what will make you know what is the night comer? It's piercing star. there's no soul, but it has over it a protector. So everyone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has angels guarding everyone. Not a single person and not a single insan, but there is an angel that's guarding them. So let man observe from what he was created. Man, we were created from a sperm drop. And thousands of years ago, or a couple of hundreds of years ago, we were not even in existence, or we were nothing to be mentioned. Let's observe what we were created from. How insan who tends to forget us. We were created. We were small. We were like microscopic. Even before that, we were nothing to be mentioned. He was a fluid created from a fluid. Allah explains to us He was created from a fluid ejected, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. Indeed, Allah to return him to life is able. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able and capable. For if you know in Surah Ayat al-Kursi, Allah explains who He is. Allah is the living, the internal. He is the source of all living. He is the self-sufficient. He does not need anyone. Allah la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fi al-ardi man dhal ladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhnihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min 'ilmihi illa bima sha'a wa wasi'a kursiyuhu as-samawati wal ardi wa la yu'uduhu hifdhuhuma wa huwa al-'aliyyul 'azim. So Allah's capability is stated in that ayah, the greatest ayah. That greatest ayah talks about Allah doesn't sleep in slumber, or sleep is in season, while everyone entitled to sleep in slumber. And even the other gods too, they have whether it's a stone, you can't even sleep or slumber, but you're still stoned. And so they sleep in no slumber. And Allah, to Him belongs all that is in the heavens, all that in the sky, and all that is on the earth. It belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further talks about His knowledge is encompassing and so forth. And then that His footstool is even over the heavens and the earth. Speaking of not just the skies and the earth, everything over it, above it too. The day when secrets will be put to trial. So not a thing except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been recording from the smallest thing to the hugest things, whether it's in secret or open. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that day will bring it back to will show you what you have done. The man will have no power or any helpers. Speaking of insan, even the mala'ikas, Jibril and them, we know that they will be there silent, and they only will say what Ar-Rahman has said, and they will say only what is correct. And man will have no power or any helpers that day. There would be no might, no power, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the sky which returns rain, and by the earth which cracks open. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the rain and the earth. We know that subhanahu wa ta'ala, the message came down from the skies and came on the earth and brought vegetation into the people, bringing them out of the darkness into the light. Indeed, the Quran is a decisive statement. The Quran is a decisive statement. It's a decisive. Anyone who looks into the Quran with the correct mind state, it's a decisive. It overwhelms. It will take over any ideology that is false. The falsehood is vanished. The truth will remain. And the Quran subhanahu wa ta'ala does that decisiveness. And it is not an amusement. This is not a thing to play around with. It's not a joke. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created the skies and the earth, for mere play. We're running out of time. Each day we're getting closer to the day of judgment, and that is the life of eternal, whether it's paradise or hellfire. And it's nothing to be amused to spend the entire day joking around without reading the Quran. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not for amusement. It's not for wonders. It's not for playing around 24/7. Of course, you're gonna have your things in a timely schedule and so forth. No one's telling you to be strict and so forth. But just a plain thing. In this ayah is telling you it's not an amusement. It's nothing to play around with. This Quran is not an amusement. Indeed, they are planning a plan. We know there's who's planning. We know Iblis, Allah, the devil himself. He's been here since the day of what I tried to tell him last time. Since the day he tried to outslick Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but he only outslicked himself. And so forth. So he's been planning and plotting, executing shaitan. We know that from hadith that he storms upon water and he sends his dispatchments from there, and they cause havoc throughout the earth. And they also have been causing havoc in the skies as well. Yet alone causing havoc and whispering in human beings' hearts and so forth. And indeed, they are planning a plan. And it's also telling the people, you ought to repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for your plans that you're planning. Why? Why is that? Let's look at the next ayah. But I am planning a plan. Okay, how can you a plan against Allah Azza wa Jal, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created the pen and He told him to write, and therefore He knows everything. Everything is going according to His will. So what you're planning, the rizq He's given you, the provision He's given you, the hands, legs, and the money, you bring in, Allah explains it more in Surah Al-Mulk. You're fighting Ar-Rahman with this, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is planning. He already knows what's going to happen. He knows your destination because He's a God. And some people just say, okay, it was decreed for me that this was going to happen anyway, so what? Actually, you have the will. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He already knows. This is in His perfectness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He already knows. But you still have the ability to change, to make a change, because Allah does not change the people until they change what's inside themselves. But I am planning. And indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is planning. So allow the disbelievers, leave them a while. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the tool, the great tool to build the great tool of patience. Allah telling us to be patient. Be patient, just a little while. We know the story of Pharaoh when he participated. Pharaoh participating in a battle to take out Musa and his people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, just when all hope was being vanquished, He told him, strike the sea with your stick and your staff. So thus Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala parted the seas and so forth. And and in this surah you can look for the topic of the surah, and build your branches from the surah. You start with what is the topic, what is the main topic of the surah, and from there what you're building on. What you're building on, we know there's the skies, we know that there's the sperm or whatever, the fluid, and then build up from that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings the people back to life again, and the main, build the branches, which is connected, what surah, what ayah is connected, and what ayah is connected to what ayah, and how does the ayah end. We know that the Quran is a decisive statement, and so forth. And this is Surah At-Tariq. Try memorizing it for Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.